Hello, everyone. It's Donna, and I'm still working on this. Um, it's the Jonathan painting. I had to redo it because I spelled it wrong, and that's what happened. And I hate this. But I can never find the freaking mouse. So we'll see. Um, oh god, my phone's in there too. So I'm working on my Jonathan painting, and I'm listening to Harry Potter because this is what I do. I'm listening to books on audio while I do this because quarantine sucks. Um, but shit happens. I'm just gonna share this. Okay, so it's been a long, what, 2, 3 months for some people? I guess it depends on where you live. And everybody's stuck at home. I am working on my Jonathan Diamond painting again. It's an AMDP. It's 60 color, 40 colors. God help me. The last one was 60 colors. Uh, I got it from Amy YI on AliExpress. It cost me $30.13. It's 40 colors. It's 50 by 150. I ordered it on April 10th. I got it by April 30th. It took them 8 days to ship it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I will try and add a picture later, but it's his name, and the characters from the movie Cars are inside it. And this is my book on where I store all my paintings. We're about to move up to this section. I just want to finish this one real quick. I'm not using my light pad today because I'm just not in the mood. And plus my charger's charging my phone. I need to iron out some spots though. It's the roller to flatten out your drills. You don't necessarily need it. You can use a rolling pin. Just don't apply too much pressure because you'll mess up your painting. Right now I'm listening to Harry Potter because I finished the Twilight series yesterday because, and I know that sounds silly because I'm a grown adult, but they are putting out another series of books from Edward's perspective that I really kind of curious about. So I wanted to refresh my memory because for what, 10, 20 years, whatever, we've all been watching the movies, and anybody that's a book reader knows the movies are a lot different than the books. So I actually wanted to recap on the books. And because Harry Potter is a big series, that's why I'm reading that. I'm listening to that now because sometimes they just go too fast, and I don't have time or patience for that. And I'm not up to looking for another uh, science fiction book series to read. I'm just kind of rolling with the homies on the old ones. But please make sure you subscribe and like the videos. I need to get 1,000 subscribers so I can stream without using StreamYard. It would be nice. And I know it's going to take some time. And that doesn't mean you have to watch all the videos. It just means, as long as you're a subscriber and boost my numbers, we're good. What I do with the bloody freaking seeds? Why do people want to talk right now? Hang on, I gotta open the barn for Rebecca. I do a lot of stuff at one time. What was I looking for? See, I was just messing with them. So, like I was saying, we're listening to Harry Potter right now because I'm really just that bored. So, if anybody has any interesting books that are sci-fi, because I don't do all those love story things, I don't have patience for that, and it's nonsense because shit like that don't happen in real life. I'm using tweezers, and I'm using them for the single ones because it's just easier for me. Not necessarily the single ones, the ones that are just not around other ones. And I use the really pointy ones to place them because I just find it easier and I get better placement and I can move a little bit faster. I don't know how people do this and talk the entire time they're doing it. I think it's kind of odd, but
Chapter 6. The Journey from Platform 9 and
no, read that book.
Chapter 8. Continue. Harry was very relieved to find out that he wasn't miles behind everyone else. Lots of people had come from Muggle families, and like him, hadn't had any idea that they were witches and wizards. There was so much to learn that even people like Ron didn't have much of a head start. Friday was the important day for Harry and Ron.
Why can I not find this ever when I need it?
Without getting lost once. What have you got today? Harry asked Ron as he poured sugar on the porridge.
It was
Double potions.
right in front of my face and it would have bit me.
Snape said at Slytherin House. They say he always favors them. We'll be able to see if it's true. Wish McGonagall favored
I have all 40 colors out in trays on my table because my table is 5 feet long, a little bit more, because this painting is 5 foot long. So I was very fortunate to find a desk at a yard sale for $5. That was as big as I needed to be. And now that my son-in-law is home, we're going to put hinges on it, and I'm going to put a little beadboard right here so that I can make it into a drafting table, which will cost me $20 versus buying one. And when I do that, I'm going to make a video so that y'all can see it. And I also have another one of these this size that I have to canvas stretch. So I'm going to do that on video when the camera gets here so y'all can see that too. Because I haven't stretched a canvas since high school, so you figure I just hit 50, so 32 years ago, 33, yeah, 33, I graduated at 17, so. And no, that's not because I was smart, that was just because back then you could start school if you were born in December when you were 4. Which is kind of awkward when you're a child because, you know, I started my senior year at 16 where everybody else started theirs at 17, 18. And it just kind of put me a little behind everybody else as far as maturity. And kind of made high school a little challenging for me. And I don't think people realize that. When you're younger than everybody else, it's kind of a little awkward because you're not in the same wheelhouse they're in as far as sexuality, reasonably adulting. You just don't know what you're doing. And I just really felt awkward. So I acted out a lot. And I was a little crazy. I guess it's because I just legitimately never felt like I fit in anywhere. So it was just, high school was a really strange time for me. So I always kind of got picked on for being tiny and really, really skinny. I think I weighed like 98 pounds. And I had really skinny knees and skinny legs. And people would make fun of them. And it really gave me a complex. Because for a long time, I think till I was probably like 19, I wouldn't wear miniskirts. I was actually really embarrassed about my legs. Till I figured out high heels really well, I was really embarrassed about my legs and my knees and being as skinny as I was. And then once I figured out that it was pretty much a good thing and I wasn't unproportioned,
stretched her hand as high into the air as it could go without her leaving her seat. But Harry didn't have the faintest idea what a bezoar was. He tried not to look at Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle, who were shaking with laughter.
And it really did give me a complex, and most people don't know that.
Thought he wouldn't open the book before
But I was
going in.
really just
Harry forced himself
awkward, so I compensated in other ways. So I look at it this way. It was kind of like reverse bullying because everybody gets really on it when you're overweight. I hate to say fat, but when you're overweight, everybody's got an issue with that. But a lot of people have an issue with when you're skinny and make you feel bad for being that way. And that was just how I was. Honestly, 2 times in my life I gained weight. When I was pregnant with my daughter and now after my heart attack, because I'm a lot bit more sedentary. I think I just hit 137 pounds, and up until 3 years ago, I was still wearing a -0 and buying my clothes in the kids department. Because if I bought adult clothes in a size 0, I would have to get them altered to actually fit me. So, and now it's funny because I can't get my legs. I can't get a leg in half the clothes I used to wear. And I never thought I'd gain this much weight. So, I like the weight, I just don't necessarily like the positioning of it. And now I'm even more awkward because I was so used to being so tiny. I mean, when you're tiny for 50 years of your life, gaining weight is kind of like it puts you in shell shock. I swear to God. And I don't think I gained the weight healthy because I was sedentary, so it's all sitting in my gut. Well, my gut, my butt, and my thighs, which does not make me happy. Well, it does. I need to redistribute it a little bit. And I'm focusing more on the painting today because A, y'all don't need to see me, you need to see what I'm doing. And B, I had oral surgery on Tuesday. And though I don't look too messed up, I am. Especially in the morning because my face is really swollen at night. And last night was a really bad night because I spent way too much time outside yesterday. And I had just started my pain meds, my heart meds again. And I should not have been outside because for the oral surgery, they took me off my heart medicine, 3 of my heart pills, 5 days before, because they're all blood thinners. And didn't put me back on them until Friday, just to make sure I didn't start bleeding from, I had 2 extractions. Jeez Louise. Cass! Hang on, I'm gonna mute you for a minute because my family's being hyper annoying right now. I really wish I could see this mouse. I'm gonna actually take this in the other room and move and turn the story up. Because my child's not gonna stop calling.
This is wrong, Harry told Hagrid, pouring boiling water into a large teapot and putting rock chains onto a plate. Another Weasley, eh? Said Hagrid, glancing Snape liked hardly any of the students, but he seemed to really hate me. Rubbish, said Hagrid. Why should he? Yet Harry couldn't help thinking that Hagrid didn't quite meet his eyes when he said that. How's your brother Charlie? Hagrid asked Ron. I hooked him along. Great with animals. Harry wondered if Hagrid had changed the subject on purpose. While Ron told Hagrid
R-O-K-U.
Charlie's congratulations, Harry picked up a piece of paper that was lying on the table under the tea case. It was a cutting from the Daily Prophet. Gringotts break-in latest. Investigations continue into the break-in at Gringotts on the 31st of July, widely believed to be the work of dark wizards or witches unknown. Gringotts goblins today insisted that nothing had been taken. The vault that was searched had in fact been emptied the same day. But we're not telling you what was in there, so keep your noses out if you know what's good for you, said a Gringotts spokesman this afternoon. Harry remembered Ron telling him on the train that someone had tried to rob Gringotts, but Ron hadn't mentioned the date. Hagrid, said Harry, that Gringotts break-in happened on my birthday. It might have been happening while we were there. There was no doubt about it. Hagrid definitely didn't meet Harry's eyes. He grunted and offered him another coffee. Harry read the story again. The vault that was searched had in fact been emptied earlier that same day. Hagrid had emptied vault
You can take them. They all travel.
taking out that scruffy little packet. Had that been what the thieves were looking for? As Harry and Ron walked back to the castle for dinner, their pockets weighed down with rock things they seemed too polite to refuse. Harry thought that none of the lessons he'd had so far had given him as much to think about as tea with Hagrid. Had Hagrid collected that packet just in time? Where was it now? And did Hagrid know something about Snape that he didn't want to tell Harry? Chapter 9. The Midnight Dew. Harry had never believed he would meet a boy he hated more than Dudley. And that was before he met Draco Malfoy. Still, first-year Gryffindors only had potions with the Slytherins, so they didn't have to put up with Malfoy much. Or at least, they didn't until they spotted a notice pinned up in the Gryffindor common room, which made them all groan. Flying lessons would be starting on Thursday, and Gryffindor and Slytherin would be learning together. Said Harry darkly, just what I always wanted, to make a fool of myself on a broomstick in front of Malfoy. He was looking forward to learning to fly more than anything else.
Sorry, guys, you're gonna listen to my crazy daughter and my idiot son-in-law.
Said Bob reasonably. Anyway,
Love you, bye.
Malfoy certainly did talk about flying far. He complained loudly about first years never getting on
Okay. Let me lower Harry Potter again. It would be good if I was lowering the right one. All right, I'm back. That was my child. They're getting a Roku because they've got one TV. And that doesn't have all the lovely channels that a Roku TV has. So it's got like 4 channels, which is really annoying because it's our living room TV and they don't have cable. So I'm very happy they're getting a Roku box for it because when I sleep there, I sleep on the couch and you can only watch so much Netflix. And my son-in-law was being silly, and yes, he's back from deployment, which makes us very happy. But I'm not getting any grandbabies. Dang it. But that's okay, because they're newlyweds. They haven't spent a lot of time together. So, I guess that's fine. I just don't want her to be too much older because my sister had her daughter late in life and had a harder time than I did staying pregnant. And, oh, geez Louise, why do they do this when I'm doing this? constantly. What's up, honey? Yeah. Is there like still uh like curfew and shit? Yeah, but I don't think y'all are coming here because we don't know if we're. I swear to God, nobody calls me ever till I start video streaming. Then everybody wants to have a conversation. Sorry about that, but I didn't particularly think you'd want to listen to my phone calls, even though you may have heard them because I talk really loud. But the mic on this laptop doesn't pick up very well. So I don't even know what conversation we were having before I left. Oh, high school, was it? Yeah, high school was a shit show. At least for me, I think it was. So that was fun. And I don't think a lot of people realize just how much I did not like myself in high school. So I did a lot of drugs. And I'm not saying anybody should do drugs, but it was the 80s. And I was a child and I was naive and stupid and just being an idiot. I don't recommend drug usage for anybody. All right. So we finished the bottom quarter. I'm doing one letter at a time this time instead of going all the way across. It's working out well. I am going to boot scoot up to this line because there are boxes on these bloody things. And there's darker lines because they're 1 inch by 1 inch sections that they're blocked into. And I'm just basically putting this piece of paper down at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines up. And we're going to start with the 5200s again because I have so many of them. I think I have, and I've probably said this in a few videos. Let's see, 61,530 of them to do. I'm smoking and I'm not supposed to be because I forgot to take my Chantix the last 3 days. So I'm going to do the edges. Well, I'm going to do this edge. And then I'm going to do checkerboard. And then I'm going to fill in all the 5200s. And then we're going to go back to listening to something. I don't necessarily want to listen to my book. Alexa. My one Alexa is being a real tool bag. Play Van Morrison. Oh my God, and why is she so low? She's not cooperating. Van Morrison is my chill music. That and Stevie Nicks. I was reading books by Sarah J. Maas. She is my new got to have addiction because I just like her stories, and I think I said that in yesterday's video. I like fae and fairies and witches and crazy shit that goes on. Oh my God, last night I watched The Joker. It was on HBO. It was so good. But I will say this. Joaquin Phoenix has lost his damn mind. Because I watched him on all the award shows last year, and literally, I had to mute him every time he came on because I just cannot listen to him talk about his opinions. I'm sorry. I don't know if everybody else feels this way, but when I watch award shows, I want to watch the award shows. I do not want an actor or actress's political opinions or anything else, and I know it's a good platform for them, But I ain't up to hearing it. I want to have a good time. And it's gotten to the point where I DVR them and fast forward over to stupid people that want to get up there and spew their political views or whatever it is they're choosing to advocate for at that present time. Because that's just something, that's supposed to be something that's fun, and they make it really not fun. And it's just gotten a little ridiculous. I don't care if y'all don't like Trump. I don't want to hear about it. I don't ask you to go with my opinions. I don't voice them because opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. But when you're going to stand up on stage for 3 minutes or a minute, which feels like 9 hours, and spew your political opinions about whatever, I don't want to hear it. I want to watch you look pretty and thank everybody for watching your damn movies. So I don't know what everybody's doing on quarantine, but I'm in North Carolina, and quarantine down here has been really simple for me because I basically stay home by myself anyway, and I live on a farm, and the only people that are going to give it to me is the squirrels and the foxes and the bears and wildlife. So I'm good with that. If you're United States bound and or live in the U.S. and you want diamond painting, there's a company called DPO USA. It's the diamond painting outlet. It's on Facebook. Um, the woman's name is Lisa. I can't remember her last name right now. I ordered a bunch of paintings from her. They come pretty quickly. They come really nicely wrapped. I got one from her, and it had a really two substantial rivers in it, and she's replacing them. She is sending me a ship back for the painting. I'm going to ship it back to her, and I'm going to get a new one from her. And I like that. And it costs the same amount as it did for China. So I'm kind of liking that, and I will do an unboxing when I get the one that's good. But I like company. I'm finding a lot of companies on Facebook, like there's diamond painting with sparklers on Facebook that Tina Livingston Barney does, and I used some of her jelly drills on Jordan's painting. She now has a website too where you can order round or square and the sparkle drills. She's really reasonably priced. She It's her own business. She runs it out of her house, and I highly recommend her as well. Um, there's a couple companies I don't recommend, like Pixie's Productions. They are, I, I don't know. I used to work for them, and I used to moderate or admin their Facebook groups, and all of a sudden one day they just were like hateful, and I had a couple problems with some of the paintings that I got from them, and I let her know, and she did not want to hear about it. Like they were missing drills, or the drills came exploded in the paintings where the bags were open and there was drills. She didn't care. She didn't answer me, and because we were friends, eventually it got really, really personal, and I've talked to a couple people since then that have had the same experience with her, and she took it to Facebook, and I just, I can't be bothered with that nonsense. I am way too old. And then she went around trashing me, and I have not trashed her company, but now I'm just saying I wouldn't purchase anything from Pixie's Productions. But I would from Diamond Painting with Sparklers. I would with Diamond Painting Outlet. If you were thinking about ordering from Pixies, I wouldn't do it. I would just go straight to AliExpress because you can get enough coupons to get the same price that they would get for you. But if you're USA, oh, and if you want really good drill pens, Kevin from Facebook Diamond Painting or Pens by Mr. Carpenter. I don't know if you can see this one. He made this for me. I've got about 6 of his pens. I love them. He is the only person I will buy from. He's US, and he literally will take the time to ask you what you want, what shape you want. This is my shape that he makes for me, as well as this one. And the tips are now being sold on AliExpress. Guys, just heat them up a little bit with a lighter and bend them. Do not spend money on tips. We all get tips with these cheap plastic pens that come in the kits. Take the tip off the pink pen and put it in your good pen. But this is a $20 pen, if that. I put the straightener on it. I also bent the tip on it. And like I said, he'll shape it any way you want it. Alexa, lower the volume a little. She's being a real skitch today. Once my phone charges, I'll give you a good view of what I'm working with here. God, I keep picking up my pen. I use my pen to fill in my checkerboard. And when I'm doing it, when I'm dropping them with the tweezers, I do it diagonally because it just goes faster than going row by row. And I think I said before, I got a couple canvases to stretch. I haven't done that since high school either. And then I've got a couple to frame. If you could see my hallway, my entire hallway has diamond paintings pinned to it. Because I haven't framed them or stretched them or anything because it was kind of hard to get frames shipped during the quarantine. And we're still in quarantine. I think we're all, if you're US bound, or if you live in the US, we're all in phase 1, I think. Yesterday, my county called me to say they were doing free testing to everybody. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm going to go out there with thousands of people to get tested and catch the virus. I don't think so. I'm not playing. I wear my masks. I have N95 masks because I have heart problems and I am not trying to die because China wanted to act stupid. And yes, that is my personal opinion. This is China's fault because this crap started back there in October, November, and they did not say a word. And what I don't understand is those people wear masks all the time. All the time. And still wound up spreading it around. I just don't get it. Every picture that you see of, or most pictures, is them walking around with masks on. So I'm not quite sure how this happened, but it happened and it is what it is. Alright, so I've done my checkerboard on this whole side. And then I'm just going to go in quick and fill it in. I've got the shakes a little bit from my medicine, so bear with me. I gotta get some of them flat in here. If you want to flatten out your drills and get them lined up, just shake your pan a little bit. Not crazy, or you'll have drills everywhere, but bloody hell. But I did watch. I think I said I watched The Joker last night, and that was a really good movie. Ah, and I watched Hustlers. I am so glad I did not spend money to go see that stupid movie in the movie theater, or to watch it on what's it called now when you can watch movies from home while they're in the theater view or whatever. That was such a waste of money. Unless you are a guy and want to watch J-Lo walk around with her ass hanging out, that's fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent money on it. I thought the movie was dumb. I don't know what all the fuss was about. I really don't. It was not worth it for me. And I was really into seeing Cardi B in the movie, and like, I think you see her for like 2 minutes, and that's it. I've seen her in two scenes, so I was a little disappointed in that, as well as the one or two scenes that you got to see Lizzo in, because I like Lizzo. Lizzo's my girl, and I blame my child for that completely. I don't know how long we've been streaming. An hour. I haven't even been here an hour with you guys, which is crazy. But I'm trying to get a lot of little videos in for when I'm down and out. Like I said, I'm having back to back oral surgeries. I go back June 2nd. I fell off my front porch about year before, and I broke my wrist and my ankle, and I cracked all my front teeth. All of them. All six of them on the top. And then I fell in my kitchen because I have really bad vertigo from my heart and hit my butcher block and finished them off. So now they're pulling them all out so I can get a denture because, yeah, I did a number on them. That's why my talking's really weird. And my face keeps swelling and unswelling because I just had the first two done Tuesday, and they took me off all my heart meds and I just started them again. So I'm a little weird. Last night's video, actually taking my nighttime meds, all of them for the first time, made me nauseous. Made me higher than a kite, and so nauseous that I was actually sick last night, which I was like, what the hell? Because usually they make me a little wonky. They made me, I felt like I drank a bottle of tequila. I was so stoned, and that is not a good time. Plus, I spent some time out in the yard yesterday because my brother decided his driveway looked like a lawn and wanted it sprayed, and it was almost 90 degrees out there. And since I just started back on my hard pills Friday, I probably had no business out there, and that probably also did not help with getting sick last night. So I'm a little off today because of the fact that my medicine did not stay in last night. I think this is Tupelo Honey. I love this song. If I could sing, I'd be singing it for you. No, it's not Tupelo Honey. My ex used to sing this shit to me all the time. This song, if this isn't Tupelo Honey, and this song. Nope, it's Tupelo Honey. You know what kills me? They give you music like this and make you feel like you're special, and then they do shitty things and fuck your world up. Oop, damn it. Sorry. But I will say this. He is the only one of my exes that's still in my daughter's life. Mm, someone's cruising around the yard. Watch the stupid foxes again. No, it's Rebecca in the golf cart. She's planting watermelons today. So we've covered a couple books, a couple movies, my high school years, my idiot ex, who is now a good friend. I will say that. I think there's probably like one or two exes that I'm not friends with. My husband being one of them, and my last ex, Jamie, because he turned out to be another idiot and had the balls, literally the balls, a couple weeks ago. Now, mind you, I probably haven't talked to him in 10 years. Yeah. And he messaged me on Facebook the other day and he's like, hey, what's up? How's it going? How you doing? And I'm like, what the hell? And my best friend Brenda, it turns out her husband is now working with him. So he decided to reach out. I was like, homeboy, not me. I'm not the one you want to reach back out to. He's like, are you good? How's things? I said, I've been great. I said, everything's good. 10 years later, why do you care what I'm doing? And aren't you married to the woman you left me for the day after I moved in with you? Yes, he was a real winner. I moved some of my stuff into his house and I spent the weekend with him. And as I'm driving home from South Carolina, he broke up with me on a text message. I was, I went banana hammocks. I'm not even going to say I was sane. I literally went bananas. Because somewhere in my twisted little head, I didn't think I deserved any better. And so I fall in love with dumb people. Dumb. And I look back now and I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? Because I stopped going for the really hot guys because, you know, we know what they're all about. So then I started dating the not so hot guys, but that made it seem like they treated me better. And they treated me worse than the really hot guys. And I'm sorry, they all should have been flattered they even had me. Yep, my ego went there. Because didn't neither one of them deserve me. Well, the three men I consider my exes, none of them deserved me. And only one of them gave me something good, which was my daughter. And I apologize to her constantly for not picking a better father for her. That's my only regret. He's an ass. She's 26. We still don't talk to her. This is where I just think men are dumb. And I have limited patience for stupidity. We've got some random 5200s in here. When you're doing tweezers, I don't know if y'all can see. There are rows in here. And when you're doing tweezers, you can pick up this way when you're doing drills. But when you're doing tweezers, pick up this way so that you're not hitting any of the ridges. It makes it easier. And look, I just got stuck and spilled some. And I always keep uh I have a sponge in a little container like this, and I keep it wet because if you drop a drill, you can just moisture, put a little bit of wet your finger a little bit, and just pick up the drills with your finger. That is like the best thing I've taught myself. Because everybody has little vacuums and all that. I just, unless you're literally throwing your drills on the floor, I'm not going to spend money on a little mini vacuum for this horse shit. Yep, I'm swearing like a sailor today, but that's okay because we're all adults here for the most part. But I watched a video the other day of a lady, and that's why we're doing like book reviews and chatting a lot. She did movie reviews. I don't watch a lot of movies. Um, kind of old school. I like old movies like The Godfather and horse crap like that, and nobody really wants to hear about that because 99.9% of you have watched it already. So I don't need to explain to you The Godfather. I just like young Al Pacino. I'm sorry the man was hot. And who is my new hottie? Jason Statham? Statham? Oh, I don't know. He's in The Mechanic. I love that man. I would marry him in a minute. And he's also in what is it? Turner and Hobbs. He's in the last Fast and Furious, the last two Fast and Furious movies. I like him. I don't know if it's the accent or the man. It's just, and I got this thing for bald people. I don't know why, except for Jason Momoa. Mm-mm. I do not mind that that man's hair is as long as me. Mine, as long as me. Probably is by now. And I like that he carries a shoe low on his wrist to tie his hair up. He's funny. Probably should get dressed at some point today. Take a shower, at least switch my pajamas. I am so not going out there in this heat. I learned my lesson yesterday. Cannot wait to get my new video camera. Life will be so much easier. I need another little piece. I had one. I don't know where it went. All right, these little pieces I use to cover my paintings where I'm not working, so I can rest my hand. Especially because I'm doing it color by color in each section. And when I do this checkerboard, actually, you know what? Is this charged enough? Oh, it should be. Messenger. Facebook. Invite. Copy. Hopefully this stupid machine doesn't shut off. Because it's good for that. We're going to try and get this thing into StreamYard. So you can see my nutty workspace. Yay, center in the broadcast studio. Ta-da! Oh, let me shut everything off. Go off. Okay. So, this is my zoo. I have, I keep my drills, bags in a food container, which I will now throw down here. These guys can all go in it. But this is the painting I'm working on. Don't mind all the mice, they're for all my computers. I always have scotch tape because it pulls off hairs and lint from your canvas really easy and doesn't pull up the drills. All my drills are set up. I have all the symbols on little pieces of paper in the trays with them. I have all 40 colors out. This is my tools jar. It has all my extra pens, straighteners, my toothbrush to get lint out of my painting. This is the 5200s. That's literally what they're in. This was full. Here are my extra little things. I use a paper clip to pull the old wax out of the pen tip. I use these to make my symbol sheets, and I just make the symbols and I cut them up, and I save them because every kit has basically the same amount of symbols or the same symbol numbers. And then I've got all my clips and my push pins depending on if I'm clipping or push pinning. I have my Febreze thing in here because I vape. Those are my bigger trays because um, the big trays I use for like my 310s, my 5200s, things that are in these huge bags because you know you're going to use them a lot. Instead of scooping my 5200s out of that constantly, I just fill up a big pill bottle so that I can just shake them into what I'm doing. My washi tape, I'm using a wide band washi tape because I have a wide band on this painting. What happens is when I'm done with the painting or I'm done with the section, what is under here? I will trim the glue off the edge with an X-Acto knife because I hate the glue on the edge and it always gets lint in it. Always does. I have my lint roller because I lint roll my paintings to get up anything else I might have missed. And plus, if I've got any popping drills, it'll find it for me. This is fabric hospital tape, but when you tear it, it tears off in little squares that are probably about this big. And that's how I tape my paintings down. Because this is a really big canvas. It is a really big canvas. And this is my magnifier, my two tweezers, my flat end tweezers, so that I can pick dust up or hairs. A large straightener, which I barely use. I use it more on the edges than I use it on anything else. I use a magnifying glass, a 5x1, because I'm blind as a damn bat. I'm going to take you on. And this is where we are now. Because I don't know, I'll reposition those. This is the section we just worked on. I'm going to pull you up on my other computer and show you what this painting's going to look like when it's You went to the wrong monitor, buddy. This is the painting when it's completed. Or that's the stencil at least. Or what I'm working on now. And we're on the O. But that's how the painting should look when it's done. I don't know if I'm straight. But it's cute, right? Everybody seems to like them. I've done one already, but this I made an O instead of an A, so we had to fix it. And I'm going to take you out into the hallway and show you what my zoo looks like. Pardon my mess. Put the audio on. We should be good. We're getting feedback. This is Jordan. And this has the sparkle girls in it. See, I signed down. This is the one I just did for Jordan. And it's 5 foot long. It's the same size as the other one. This is a special drill, and by special drill, it looks like there's basically rhinestones and different size drills. And it's a partial canvas, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. I send that to my stepmother. This is a square drill. I've got to order red sparklers. I want to do the heart and the flower and the sparkle drills. And then this is my sister's Buddha. And I think this is a 50 by 50. And then this is my Halloween one. And I just did this one for my daughter. And then we have, please do not mind my craft room. I gotta fix it. The toupee, oh, you can't see them. Never mind. Never mind. But as you can see, my hallway is completely lined. I have probably about 8 feet that isn't done. But I gotta get all these paintings put up. But if you like any and you want me to do some for you, let me know, because I'll be happy to. Oh, this is the one. Oh, there goes my cat. This is the one that I got from DPO. And it's called Divine Hand. And she's so cute. She's got butterfly wings. I don't know if you can see her on this. Let me see if my phone will focus. This phone is horrible. But, oh, look. But she had some pretty big rivers. Oh, I think my phone froze. Which happens. But she had some pretty big rivers. And they're going to replace her for me. I don't know why my phone's acting stupid. But that's basically it. I'm going to try and get this back online so I can show you the other painting again. See, I'm backstage. So this is the one that I ordered from DPO. Yeah, which is Diamond Painting Outlet USA. See that huge river? So she's going to replace this for me, but you can actually see the rivers. They're pretty bad. And I appreciate the fact that she's going to replace this. If you look at the back, you can really see them. And this one is a pretty gnarly one. But the fact that she's willing to replace her works for me. And this is what she should look like. Hopefully my phone will focus. I hate this phone. It's a piece of crap. It really is a piece of garbage. Anyway, it's called Divine Hand. If you want to look it up on Facebook. But this is a 50 by 70. She's pretty big. But she's really gnarly. I like weird stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, we're back off to the other room. Now that I have this working, I can hopefully set you up to where you can watch me work at a closer angle. And it's not gonna. Oh, this is my spare cup. And it's got all my crazy drills that I find like on the floor or that are in when we kit up are in the wrong kits. Because that does happen. They're in the wrong bags. We are going to use a tissue box. Right. Tissue boxes are my go-to to hold my phone. What'd I just do? I shut my stupid phone off. Gotta love when I do random acts of stupidity. I always mash the wrong button. Always. And this phone is difficult on a good day. Alexa, cancel music. Okay, I think I'm back. There I am. Let's stay away from that stupid button. Oh, yay. Let's review here. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Because now it blocks that view. Okay. Hopefully this is better. So, because I'm doing the 5200s, I'm going to put the paper down and line it up as best I can. Do the same with this one. And line it up as best I can, just so that I can see just the 5200s. So you should be able to see that. I'm going to checkerboard again for you so you can see it. It's going to be interesting. It's like playing Twister in here sometimes. And because there's an H here, I started a line in. There's a couple H's, which happen to work out. So now I can go up the line because I've already set my line with those guys. Hopefully no one calls or beeps in because I want to cut this off at a little bit more than an hour. and then I'll start another video. I've been doing a lot of just videotaping so that I can make a pretty fast video for everybody, because this is going to be a long project and I know nobody wants to sit here for hours with me and watch me do this, because that's a little crazy. But we'll talk quarantine. I've been staying at home. I've only left to go to the doctors and a couple stores. I wear a mask. I've actually put on a mask and gloves to go into a store and had an older man behind me tell me, well, it's not like it's going to kill you. I was like, really? Are you an idiot? So I told him, it'll effing kill me. He didn't like that very much. Look, I may be in North Carolina, but homegirl's a Jersey girl at heart. Do not mess with me. And it wasn't like I was in his way. He could have went around my ass. And he just wanted to be a dick, so. He wanted to be a dick, so the Jersey girl and me came out and told him to go fly a kite. Alright, I want to see how this works with this corner, because I don't know. I may not be counting stars right here. I do it diagonal because it's faster, like I said. Now you can actually see it. Well, you're seeing my hand more than you're seeing anything else. Maybe I need to put you guys over here. And move that so you can actually see. There you go. That's better. And it's better for me. Can you see through my magnifier? That's crazy. Now I'll fill in this whole section like that. And that one did not sit right. And now that I got my rhythm on this side, I'm going to go down the side. Try and do the edges first. I don't know why, it's just my rhythm. Each painting I do it a different way, so I figured I might as well show you guys each way I do it. My throat is getting hoarse. Hang on. Okay. I'm wondering if I can take this one out. Okay. I don't know if that's going to do it again. Okay, I don't know if that worked. I'm trying to see if that worked. I think it may have. That's awesome. Okay. Hang on, I'm just trying to make sure it works on my phone so I don't have to talk so loud. Because you can barely hear me anyway with my laptop being stupid. I don't know if that's going to do it again. Oh, yay, buddy. Now I don't have to talk so loud. So for those of you that could not hear me, I am doing a checkerboard pattern with my 5200s, and I just picked up two, so I'm going to drop them off. And just get a better view of what I'm doing so I can get my camera, which I'm really excited about. My air conditioning just kicked in. I don't feel very well today, so I've probably talked in complete circles, which is going to happen right now because my meds are all messed up. I'm using my pen for these because I'm doing the border. I'm going up against other drills. We're going to go back up here and just drop them on a diagonal. I'm so afraid this phone is going to freeze because it likes to do that. And that one's upside down, but that's okay. Always save your paper that comes off your painting because you can always reuse it. And some people actually buy it off you. I've had some people buy it off me. I have a care package that I need to send to Christine in London. And I have another one that I need to send to Australia. And apparently for regular mail to Australia, it's like $1.20. So that's like a lot of stamps, but I got a whole box of them. We're good. A lady's kid dropped her drills and made confetti all over her house. And there are some drill kits where she needs like 8 bags of a particular color, and I don't have that. But I believe in the pay it forward thing because I've been stuck to where I've asked in groups and people have helped me out. So I think it's cool when you help out somebody else. I will never argue with that. And I think you could see the 1-inch blocks. See the dark line? That's a 1-inch block. I'm jumping around a little bit here because it entertains me. Uh-oh. There it went. Yes, and sometimes you will ping a drill across the room. And they all wind up in my little jar. And eventually I'll make something out of all of them. I've got a whole pill bottle full of them. Pill bottles are awesome for storing drills in. I do not combine drills from different companies because each batch, the color is a little bit different. and different companies use different dye mixes. And I've actually watched videos where people have combined them purposely, knowing they're different colors, and been like, oh, they're different colors, but didn't separate them. That my OCD with that would make me insane. I don't get it. So I keep all of my drills bagged up by painting and in the Ziplocs with the symbols in case anybody ever calls me and says, hey, Dave, X, Y, and Z happened. This way I'm not putting the wrong color drill on it because that would make me nuts. It would actually make me insane. And right now I'm sealing all my paintings with aqua glue, but I'm finding it kind of hard to work with unless you water it down a little bit. So I'm going to try on the next painting I do for myself, I'm going to try the spray Mod Podge and see how that works. Because, I don't know, I take stuff out to my she shed and spray stuff down. I just want to make sure the paintings that don't get framed are sealed so that, because it's double stick tape underneath these things. It's a canvas with the print on it, and then they put double stick tape over it. And like all other tape, eventually it will fail. And if you seal your paintings, when the tape fails, your drills are not going to fall off if you sealed it correctly. So I seal everything, even if it's going in a frame, because nothing lasts forever, and I try to get it to stay as long as I possibly can. Especially if it's a canvas where I have a lot of issues with drills popping. Sealing it's always good. And by drills popping, they pop up, they pop off, they don't stick very well. This loses its tack. Because you can hear it. It's double stick tape. Some companies do a pour. I have not, I think, seen a poured one yet. Or worked with a poured one yet. So we'll see. I'm going to get one when I can afford one because they're a little bit more expensive. I think Paint with Diamonds pours. And I haven't seen one of their canvases up close yet. So I'm kind of curious to see the difference between a poured one. I've watched videos on it, but I want to see the difference between a poured one and a double stick tape one. I think somebody's at my front door. I'll be highly upset if that is the case. I think someone is. I think it's Rebecca. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hang on. Bear with me. see if my phone's still working. Doesn't look like it. Okay, it looks like my phone cut out. And sorry about that. That was Rebecca. She just planted me some zucchini and some squash. And you've seen me do the checkerboard pattern, and then I just fill it in. Oh, now my phone's going to work. No, it's not. Piece of garbage. It gets so hot so fast, and literally it's in quarantine, because quarantine is rough any way you slice it. And be safe. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see if I can